Sunshine. Thank you very much for joining us this week. It's Celia doing her picks. I'm Celia, I'm doing my picks. And this is my last video for Somi Sunshine because I am in fact leaving. I'm so sorry. But I am still going to be around on the internet, so you can come and find me on social media and that sort of thing. But as I said, this week I'm going to do my final selection of picks of all my favourite fabrics that we have at the moment. The first fabric I'm going to show you is one of our beautiful cotton dobbies. Now, cotton dobbies, for if you don't know, are a lightweight cotton, and then they have a Swiss dot design, which are these little kind of, they're almost like tufted dots, and it gives it a bit of texture, and it's also just a really nice design element. So I'm wearing this shirt that I made this week. It's a Vintage Vogue pattern, and it's out of the white cotton dobby. So I'm holding the cream at the moment. This one's the white one, and it's got loads of, it's got meters of ruffles going all the way around the back. And as I said, it's a Vintage Vogue pattern. I'll put I can't remember what the number is, but I will put it down below when we send this video out. And then I've used some vintage buttons as well, and it's got like there are lots of different options for fringing and frills and things like that. So I went for the triple frill, but I could have gone for single or a bit of like fringing. You can do like beaded fringing if you want, all sorts of options, and then a couple of different collars. I messed up the collar stand, so I've covered it up with a little scarf that I knitted, but I also always wear a neckerchief, so that's very on brand for me anyway. But as I said, this fabric is so nice to sew with. It is just beautiful fabric. It irons really nicely, it gathers beautifully. There are so many things going for this fabric. We've got it in a bunch of different colours as well. So if you're going into summer, it is a bit sheer, so you might want to line it. I haven't lined it, but then it's got multiple layers of ruffle, so that gives it a bit more coverage. But yeah, it is just a beautiful fabric, and I just loved using it. So the pattern that I would use to go with this is the Barbara. If you're not using a vintage pattern like this, the contemporary alternative that we have in stock at the moment is the I Am Patterns Barbara shirt. So it's got this kind of ruffle feature. It's got it's almost cape-like across the back, and it's just, I've seen lots of people making these going into sort of spring, summer in lots of different fabrics, but I think in this it would be really drapey and beautiful. So yeah, this is the pattern suggestion for this fabric. So the next fabric I'm going to show you is one of my all-time favourites. So I have made many a pair of bob pant, and I have talked about it endlessly on here. And I'm wearing my favourite and my original pair of bob pants today, which are made from the black two-tone stripe Tencel twill from Meat Milk. I have made these these are the ones I've worn the most. I've patched them, I've worn them out, and I just love them so much. I have also made them in an Atelier Brunette striped fabric as well, which is kind of, it feels very luxurious. It's like a bit more pajama-y, but you know, outerwear pajama. And I've also made a pair in the washed cottons as well, which is a really, really fab summery kind of trouser, although I wore it all through winter because seasons don't apply to my clothing. I just put on more clothes. So the fabric that I've chosen to go with the pattern today, which is the bob pant, as I said, one of my faves, and a really super quick make as well, is the two-tone Tencel twill in the check, and it is the colour Anchor, and I just love this fabric so much. I love the check, and I think I said before you could kind of mix and match. I saw on Instagram someone had made a dress using stripes, checks, and a solid, and you can really mix and match with all of the Meat Milk fabrics, which is a really nice idea because all their colourways run all the way through their fabrics, a bit like Atelier Brunette as well. So yeah, I just love it, and it's got a really nice drape. It's got a really good opacity as well, and it wears really well, especially with trousers. You don't want bits going see-through, you don't want bits wearing out. So yeah, I just really highly recommend this fabric. My next fabric is a viscose linen. It is this beautiful pink and white polka dot viscose linen. We've got lots and lots of lovely linen blends. We've got viscose linens, cotton linens, all sorts of linens, and then just your regular linens. And this one is one of my personal faves. We've got another polka dot as well, which I really like, which is white with black dots. But this one, as I said, top of the list. And I'm going to a couple of weddings this year, and I think this would just be a really great fabric to use for summer weddings. And the pattern that I've chosen is the Soho 7 Romy Gathered dress and top pattern, and I think I would make a dress out of this because I think the drape and opacity on this fabric is just so beautiful that it would just make a really pretty, summery, floaty kind of smocky dress, and I wear a lot of those sorts of dresses in summer anyway, so I think this would be a really good addition. My next fabric is a viscose blend ribbed jersey, and it is in this glorious neon lime green and white stripe, and I just love it. It's such a fab colour. It's really bright, it's really zingy and summery, and I don't normally wear this sort of stripe. I'm very particular about my stripes. I normally wear a Breton or nothing, and so I just love this colour so much, and will be so good for summer and spring. And the pattern that I've chosen to go with this fabric is just a really basic t-shirt. It's the Rio t-shirt from True Bias. I just thought this would make a really nice, just like summery t-shirt. You could wear it under dungarees. I'm planning to make the Riley dungarees this summer, and I just think this would be such a fab addition to any wardrobe. This fabric is my Liberty pick. So we've got lots and lots of beautiful Liberty fabrics, and this one is my favorite. It's from our latest Liberty drop, and it is called Pipe Dream. And it's got this really beautiful illustrative feel about it. I studied illustration at art school, and I was just drawn to it immediately, and the colours are really beautiful as well. So the if you don't know, the print is intertwining pipes, so sort of like plumbing pipes, in different colours, in pinks and reds and blues, and then they're joined together by little plants. So there's little flowers, there's little stems coming out of some of the pipes, they're joined together by little stems and leaves, and I just think it's so beautiful and so sweet. And it's one of the Tanner lawns, so it's a Liberty Tanner lawn, so it's got that beautiful crisp finish, and it's really, really soft as well. The pattern that I wanted to pair with it is one of my favourite patterns. Now, I've made a couple of these, and I'm making one at the moment for my mum out of some Liberty fabric, and it's the patina blouse from Friday Pattern Company. It's got a few different options, including how the collar, you can have a kind of higher collar or a lower collar, and then different sleeve lengths, and it's just a really beautiful, simple blouse. You can get it together in, it's quite a quick make as well, which is really nice for a blouse. And it's just really effective and really beautiful because it's got this really striking collar. So yeah, that is my pick for this fabric, and as I said, this is one of my faves. My final fabric today is this fantastic checkerboard twill. This checkerboard twill is probably one of my favourite bottom weight fabrics that's come through Sew Me Sunshine in the last 2 years, the 2 years that I've been working here, and it is lilac-y purple, sort of a lavender purple and cream, and with a kind of medium checkerboard. It's very in at the moment, and we all know why, because it's amazing, and I just love it. It's it's kind of medium to heavyweight fabric, and it'd be really good for loads and loads of different projects. So you can make jeans, you can make jackets, you can make dungarees, you can make dresses, skirts, pinafores, whatever you wanted to make it in this, because it is fantastic. Now, I wanted to choose a kind of statement piece to make in this fabric, and I was thinking either the September coat or the one I've gone for, which is the Thelma from Merchant and Mills. I think a Thelma boiler suit in this checkerboard would be so good. I am making a Thelma at the moment out of the waterproof coating that we had before, which we've now sadly sold out of, although we might have a remnant, but we may not, so I'm sorry if that's the case. But I am making a Thelma at the moment. I have got one cut out, but this as a Thelma would be so good for summer and autumn and all the seasons. It would be great all year round. It would be made even better though, I think, by adding a little label on the front. So you know, with dungarees, you quite often get like a little tab, like there are some brands of dungarees out there where you have a little like logo tag on the front. I think you could use, and I've seen people do this on dungarees, but you could use any of the labels that we have, and we've got two different types of labels. We've got the labels by Kylie and the Machine, so you could have Total Babe written on the front of your dungarees. Iconic. Or we also have Little Rosy Cheeks labels, which are fairly new to us and we love them. They've been a really great addition to our labels, and this one says Made by Daddy. So you might not want to go for Made by Daddy, but you might want to go for Made by Daddy. But we do have a range of ones you could do. So you could do, like, we have some which say Play the Day Away, I Am Unique, and you could just have some fun with putting a label on the front, kind of show your identity to the world, as well as the fabric. So I think that would be a really cute idea. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, and I think I might have to go away and make it. So thank you so much for joining me this week for my picks, and thank you so much for welcoming me into the Sew Me Sunshine community. I've had such a lovely time working here for the last 2 years, and I am really sad to leave. But as I said before, I will still be around. I'm going to be coming to the open days. I'm hoping to write some blog posts because I'm not going to give up sewing. I'm going to continue sewing, and you can find me on my Instagram as well. We might put it down below just in case you want to. I'm always sewing wacky projects, and I'm like this shirt, for example. So yeah, you can find me over there. I basically live in the internet, so as I said, I'm always around. But thank you so much again, and keep in touch, and I will see you again soon. Bye!